Mhm. Oh, yeah, yeah. Hold on. Yikes. Okay. We'll start in just a moment, everyone.
Many blessings.
Yes, many blessings. Welcome to another Quantum Conversation. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. Welcome, beautiful hearts. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are in the realm of extrasensory awareness, particularly working with plants, plant music, and manifestation and alchemy. My guest today is Alissa Jane. She is a sacred sexuality practitioner, priestess, and a beautiful spiritual teacher. We are here to raise our vibration and commune with the plants. Hi, Alissa. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome.
Thank you, Loren. It's my pleasure. I'm so grateful to be here with everyone. Thank you.
So tell us, as we are talking about our extrasensory awareness, developing this, what have you learned about the connection with the plants and how that helps us, along with sacred geometry and so much more? What do you sense is going on here?
Yes. And I love this topic because this is a passion of mine. This has been my devotion to myself now for many years, to awaken my gifts, to awaken what is unique to me. And then I love supporting others in this idea of multidimensional awareness, stepping into our power and being really clear. So, this is a topic that I love. And I have been devoted to this path now for many, many years. So, one of my biggest devotions and practices is partnering with the plants, with Mother Gaia. And I've always been very connected to this. And I know many listening feel this connection as a shamanic practitioner, as a fairy being, as an elemental being, that we feel this sense of family with the planet, with Mother Gaia, with the animals, with the plants. And it's been one of my biggest journeys for my awakening, and I know how powerful it is. So, when we're thinking about the ascension of the planet right now, we're truly balancing divine masculine, divine child, and divine feminine. And this is maybe our greatest work at this time, is to bring in the balance once again of the divine feminine aspect, which through the fall could not be in balance with the divine masculine energy. And as Mother Gaia is a feminine being, she is a goddess being. Her plants hold a very strong feminine goddess energy, the divine mother. Of course, holding the balance of all the energies, divine masculine and divine child as well. So when we work with the plants, we're truly balancing the planets, the feminine, the masculine, the child, bringing them together. Now, the plants hold very high light vibration. We can call this blue star fire. We can call it light fuel. And the plants, the fruits, the vegetables, the roots, the gems, the crystals, all of these beings, these elemental beings, hold very high vibrational energy. So when we work with the plants, we are bringing in these light codes and this star fire fuel. And when we do this, when we bring in this energy into our body, into our home, into our consciousness, we're raising the speed of our vibration and we're bringing our electrons into a faster rate. This is ascension. So the plants are one of our biggest tools and allies, for they are in the ascended state. So whether we're eating them or we're drinking them or we're drawing them, we're meditating with them, or we're going out in nature, we're spending that time, we are bringing in these ascension codes into our process, into our practice, into our life. And all of creation around us is in the form of geometries, codes, lights. And so when we bring in sacred geometry into our life as well, we are balancing and bringing order to the energy around us. And we could say each plant is resonating at its own signature blueprint frequency, just like us. So each plant has a signature code that is also going to give off a certain vibration of light, colors, geometries. This is also very connected to the 7 sacred rays and all the ascendant master rays. So when we're working with the plants, when we're listening to plant music, and when we're bringing in beautiful geometries and codes, we will be supported on our ascension practice. Our bodies will raise in vibration. Our lives will come into order.
Thank you. I absolutely love that. And what is very interesting is the music of the plants. That in my journey, and so many people know this has taken off on our planet when it first came about. Oh, I want to say, gosh, 2000, 2010, thereabouts, this technology came onto the planet. And it came through Her, which is in Italy, and it's a mystery school of its own, and it's got temples underground, so they're very connected to the earth and very connected to Christed ETs. I'm getting chills right now as I speak. So we know that we're being watched or supported in this realm. But when I first heard the music of the plants, I was absolutely stunned. Not only because I had done experiments with Masaru Emoto's music and plants, giving plants messages, and in a science experiment with my son, watching them grow and seeing that experiment truly replicate itself from what Masaru Emoto witnessed. And that those plants that had been given love and joy and care grew into beautiful plants, and the ones that were given words of hate did not grow. And so plant music has been, the technology is equipment that captures the energy of a plant and it actually records. It's translated through a synthesizer. So the energy of the plant comes in, and that actually is witnessed as sound, song of the plant. Every plant is different. And what I find amazing is that it's all supportive. The energy, the music of the plants, no matter what we're feeling, has always lifted me. And actually, I was listening to lots of plant music daily in my life, listening with a live plant on my desk as New Earth One was created. So, how do you receive plant music? What are your thoughts on that?
Yes. And it's been a beautiful experience because every time you listen, it's different, right? Every single time you have a different experience. And I know when you've talked about how the music itself will actually change and shift
Yes.
because there is this communication happening, that it is not just a song that you've captured through working with the plants, but it is a communication of frequency. And then we're timeline jumping, then we're shifting. And this communication, this frequency elevates and raises with us. My heart's really opening now. And over the past number of months, as I've been guided to work more fully with the seven sacred rays, that was the beginning of me being prepared to then work with the plant music and listen to it and hear it in a new way. So they're so connected. What the plant music medicine is bringing in is the rays, is the codes of creation. And then some of these plants have not been born here on this planet, as you were connecting with the idea of the ET Christed beings. Some of these plants are living on other planets right now. Some of these plants were brought here as gifts for us. And some plants, of course, are unique and they're Gaian. So this is an aspect of what comes in, of the messages that come in are for us on this planet, are galactic with the codes of the music from the plants, their communication. And it was a number of weeks ago, Loren, that you and I, through the collaboration of the New Earth process, which is the New Earth way of co-creating, where we are in balance, listening to our intuition, acting from the place of that guidance, and enjoying it with gratitude. And it was between a heart to heart and a communication that all of a sudden it felt like this plant music medicine is ready to be uplifted and wants to communicate and co-create more fully. And we were both getting that urge. And so then I was guided to marry the sacred templates, these geometries and codes through the seven sacred rays that I've brought in with the beloveds over these past months, to marry them, but to let the plant music medicine, because the plant music medicine has its own template of geometry. It is working with certain sacred rays. And so letting it come in a way that then we can listen to, that we can also have a visual of a beautiful sacred geometric template. And working with the beloveds, the guides, I have activated, and now I'm going to start activating more. I've just begun with a few tracks. Working with the beloveds, bringing in the lineages that they hold, these Christed lineages, all of the crystals, all of the etheric retreats, the guides, the Kohans, the Elohims, the Seraphim, the archangels, everything connected to the plants are coming in now in a more activated way, being held within the template, and then anchored within a Garden of Eden master crystal within the planet for everyone to receive. And I have been guided to then layer this music and these templates that are married together with the Reiki alchemical symbols. And this allows each one through their own lineage, their higher presence is receiving activations, encodements, and healing. And every time you listen, it will change, it will shift. So my experience has changed greatly over the months of listening to plant music. And now that I have been working and activating these certain tracks and then listening to them repeatedly as I'm working with them, bringing them into the home, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's like you bring in a treasure chest of the plant comes right into your house, and it comes in with a beautiful vase or container. It's holding the alchemy of those rays in crystalline colors. So I feel like I'm bringing in this beautiful garden into my home. And now that I've been listening to it and looking at the geometries, I can feel it expanding. I can feel it shifting my energy. And my cat that is resting behind us, she's up there on the edge of the couch. Last night, as I was preparing and I was writing my notes for today, she came right over and she started moving my pen.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, what do you have to say? What do you want to share? And she said, pets will love it too. And this feeling that if you're needing to heal your household, not just for your personal ascension process, for the pets, for your family, this is also what the plant music medicine will support you with.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for expanding the work of the plant music. Thank you for receiving it and taking it and understanding it in the way that it truly is. All I can share on this is so there's a couple things happening. There's recordings. So what we've got is recordings of plant music that was recorded live. And when it was recorded with intention because we know that intention carries on the sound wave. The sound waves carry the intention. So as these were being recorded, they're titled certain things. The one is the Lemurian orchid, because like that beautiful orchid you've got on your desk, this was an orchid and it truly took me home to Lemuria. And I felt that remembrance of Lemuria through that orchid. So that right there is one thing. But another way that I used the plant music was when my heart was heavy. There was one incident where I heard chainsaws. And whenever I hear chainsaws in my neighborhood, I know the trees are being cut down. And that rubs my heart the wrong way. But the plant music, when I turned the plant music on, immediately everything shifted. And it was and then the intention was to heal the environmental despair that we have when we hear certain things or see certain things with the environment. And I then got the message, we're fine. We're going on to the next venture. And that was so healing to me. And every single time, there has been recordings of plant music for betrayal, right? There's deep, intense emotions that come up. And every time the plant music would be instructed or called upon to work with those emotions were transformed. So what you're doing is taking it to the next level of bringing in that energy and the lineage of the plant, but you're also doing the sacred geometry within it, which in itself is like when we think of cymatics and even humming or even speaking our own voice, we are creating geometries. We can feel it in our throat. We can actually sense it in our field. So you are marrying the, what do we call it? It's the etheric structures with the messages of the plants. And I just want to say, could no wonder when we go out into nature, when we're in nature, we cannot hear the plants. But when we understand how plants are always making music or releasing energy that has been translated into musical notes, that right there, like this picture behind me, this, when I was out in nature and I saw this literally sang to me. And now my heart is opening because I can feel that. And so no wonder we love nature is all I want to say. This new tool that lets us hear it. It's amazing. And as you said, every time we listen to it, it's different because it's a continual evolutionary spiral that allows us to receive that message from the plant in almost a quantum, timeless way. Timeless. Your thoughts on that?
Yes. You shared it so beautifully, this marriage of frequencies and multidimensional energy that we can bring into our tool belts, that we can bring into our multidimensional awareness. As we are all very busy, I know many listening are taking this time for themselves, but have choices to do many other things because we are in a very advancing time on this planet. So, how do we bring in our sense of being the high priestess, the high priest, the magician, and the wizard into our daily practice? Well, if you got to get up running and get the family ready, well, you can put a track on and you can have that conversation with your guides while you're preparing food or getting your family ready. Right? We're figuring it out how to be these amazing magical beings and still doing what we need to do to get our lives in order to accomplish all the things we want. And the idea of the marriage, that's a perfect way to put it, because that is what keeps coming in as I've worked with bringing in the geometries, the rays, and the sounds together is a marriage. And I want to touch on this quickly because this will help us all understand how energy timelines are working more fully. As the guys were working with me and we were encoding, bringing more light into these tracks, anchoring them more fully into a master crystal within the planet, I heard and I was told that as I'm working with this one track, that I'm able to download from, like I'm trying to get this in a way we can all wrap our heads around it, a container. So you had this folder that you gave me through the cloud, and I was able to take these tracks out of it. Now, when I'm working with this one track, I am guided that it elevates all of the recordings of this one track. So everybody that has already downloaded these tracks will receive this, but only if their higher presence is choosing to receive the upgraded aspect of it. So touching on this idea that everything is all connected, it is quantum, it is multidimensional, and then how can we work with technologies and energies? And if we create the right containers and structures, we can upgrade one element and it touches all the other aspects it's connected to. So really, there's one recording that you did originally, Loren. And even though I received a copy of this, I was working with the original recording. This is an important aspect as we're talking about energy. What do you think about that as I'm saying that?
No, I love it. And I actually would love to play in the background so people can, because it's something that we don't, it doesn't make any rational sense to our mind. There's no structured rhythm like in traditional music,
Yeah.
but there's sounds that come through. So I could play a little piece if you'd like. Should we? Or I know you've got something as well.
I think this is a perfect time. Let us step into an activation, and I would love to share the money tree with us all today.
And let's give this some backstory because this is where we're now using our intention. And when we know what a money tree is, we can go Google what a money tree is. It grows wild where I am and very big, but many have used money trees for feng shui in their home to bring abundance. And so this was a money tree that was very healthy. And when it plugged in, not always, when we do meditations with the plants or when we hook them up to the plant music machine, they don't always sing. That's a consciousness. I know this. It is a consciousness. And so then it's literally, we are interfacing with it. So this plant began singing immediately. And it's so beautiful that when we listen to it, we need to feel that energetic of abundance that the money tree brings us. What is your thought when you heard the money tree music? And you know what a money tree is too, right? Yeah.
Yes. It's, and now I've been listening to this track for months and before I activate it. So this is now transforming into a very different experience for me where I feel the energy of creation when I listen to it. It almost, this track in particular has a sexy energy to it because it is a weaving, it is the process of creation.
Yes.
And the process of creation is sacred sexuality.
Interesting.
Yes, yes. And so these woven aquatica, this braided, beautiful variety of plants is is a romantic, passionate plant. And that's the energy that I'm really getting from it is it helps to align each one to the power of their creation and life force, passion, sexual energy and bliss is identical to money energy. And another big aspect that has come in with this in particular is the idea of self-worth. Self-worth is slightly different than the idea of money energy, right? It's because it is one and the same, right? But in the sense of really understanding it, once you understand self-worth, you will open the door to the money, right? But the self-worth is the foundation for the idea of there being value to anything. And what has come in for this, as I've been listening to the track, is that this is really the blue ray. The first ray, the sapphire ray of divine will, is supporting us with our self-worth. What is value on this planet? What is the value on this planet? It is our life force. It is us being here. And it is the first ray of God, divine will. And we can call the masculine energy if you want to, because that is what is allowing the structure for creation and value. My heart is just pouring open. So I'm so excited to share this. So I am going to share the template, which is holding the four rays: the blue ray of divine will, the second golden ray of illumination and wisdom, the fifth ray, the emerald ray of healing and manifestation, and the seventh ray of alchemy and transformation, the violet ray. And so we are going to together listen to this track. This track is encoded with light, so let yourself receive. I'm also going to do some more energy work over the top of it to help amplify for each one's receptivity. So let yourself go into a state of relaxation, letting yourself view the templates and receiving whatever is perfect for you, whether listening on the live or the replay. And then you can come back and listen again. And just before we get started here, let us set some intentions, right? This is such an important aspect. Let us set, and when we're creating and manifesting around money specifically, it's wonderful to give containers, to give the alchemical containers of a time frame, of an amount. Let us tell right now, as we're coming together, and each one is being held within a light chamber as you have come into this conversation today. We are being held within, and it is the white diamond resurrection. I'm sorry, the white diamond ascension ray, this beautiful purity light, and a beautiful diamond lotus around each one supporting you. Just breathing into this now, connecting into greater multidimensional awareness. And let us set an intention, an amount of money each one of you would like to receive within the next 7 days. Very good. And let us now set an intention for an amount of money you would like to receive within the next 3 weeks. Very good. Let us set an intention of an amount of money we are going to receive within the next 3 months. Oh, that's it. Now let us set an intention for the amount of money we are going to receive within a year, within the next year. Very good. One more intention for the planet, for humanity, for the cup of abundance and money itself. Let us set a collective intention for humanity, for the planet and money itself. Very good. Very good. And I'm going to begin now. I'm going to just pause that for a second and share the template. So we're looking at the geometry while we're listening. Do you see that geometry?
Yes, I do. The flower of life. It's been activated by you. I just want to share that too.
Yes. And in the beginning of this plant medicine music track, Loren, you give a beautiful introduction, and not all the tracks have introductions. This one is a transmission in itself. It is encoded. So let yourself receive the extra transmission, as well as when that is happening, I will be activating the lotus chamber more fully around each one with Archangel Michael. This is a 12 minutes. I think we'll be able to really zone out and enjoy this. If I'm guided, I may stop it sooner. We'll see how it goes. All right. Let me know, Loren.
Yes, beautiful. I would like to say as well that pay attention to what comes up emotionally or in visions or thoughts that might come up as you listen to this. Oftentimes, there could be a clearing of denser energies, or on the flip side, more of that creative energy. You may be inspired. So, this helps to not only clear out the old, but open into the new. So, it's dynamic what you've done here. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you. And that is perfect. And we begin, beloveds.
I'm Loren Gailey with PlantMusicRemedy.com. This is the plant music of a braided money tree, offering you energetic support for prosperity and abundance. The money tree is a plant used in the Asian practice of feng shui to support the energetic positive vibration of prosperity, good fortune, and good luck to its owner. Generally, it's comprised of several Pahinra aquatica plants braided together. This plant resembles both a tree and a palm. It's found in its native land of Mexico and grows all the way to South America, where it can be up to 60 feet tall, growing outdoors. Its feng shui properties not only support a prosperity vibration, but it can also reduce stress, anxiety, and may also help with sleep. Plant music is created by an electronic device that captures the energy emitted by the plant and translates it into musical notes. The sound you're hearing is the result, and it's the sound of sacred geometry and the energy consciousness of the plant itself. All plants are different in the music they make, and they seem to know exactly what we need at any given time. And these frequencies support that. No matter when or how often you listen to this music, you'll feel an elevation of your spirit. Keep an open mind and an open heart as you feel and listen to these energies. Witness and notice what images may come up for you as you listen, either images or feelings, and then notice how your energy shifts and how old programs are dissolved with these energies, so you can claim your God-given abundance, which is a birthright for every human. The intention held as this music was recorded is not only for your individual prosperity and abundance, but also for the collective's prosperity and abundance in honor of Mother Earth, Gaia, and all her animals, creatures, and inhabitants. Add your own intention to this music, and it will be amplified by the healing plant energies. Enjoy your creations and happy manifesting.
The emerald tablets coming in for each one now. Receive these codes. Beautiful golden light pouring down from within all around. Bringing in the template for abundance consciousness. Many concentric orbs of light and circles in your field, each one balancing and harmonizing. Ooh, that's it. Unweaving some old belief systems that will no longer serve your path of light. Unweaving, dissolving. Your mission blueprint being highlighted. Your path being lit. And all the good things you require being supported. Being gifted to you. Always gifted to you everything you need. Claim this now through your knowing. Each one receiving an activation of opening your heart now. Dissolving some old densities and illusions of obstacles, blocks, restrictions, dissolving. playful child energy swing right in. Taking charge, your child energy now. The playful gratitude, the golden light. Letting yourself feel this money tree growing now from your heart space. Money tree flowing from your heart into all of your life, streaming from your heart. Deeply rooted now into your heart is the abundance, consciousness of the money tree. Fully upgraded, updated, each one in their beautiful lotus light chamber now, fully activating around them. And your intentions are fully received by the fertile field around you. Oh, we say thank you. Amen. Amen. We say thank you. Amen. Amen. Well, let us keep looking at this geometry for a little bit to help integrate.
Kudos, kudos, kudos. That was exquisite. And your amplification of the energies of the music with the rays and the geometries is so wonderful. I feel like crying because I felt that creation expand, the heart flower bloom and blossom. So beautiful. Yes. I love what you've done and I love how you've advanced this. It's the collaboration of New Earth that I'm witnessing right here and I just have to say I love it. I really truly hope that everyone felt the shift. Please, if you're joining us on Zoom, put your comments in our chat. Did you feel a clearing? I want to just say I feel like I'm all shiny right now. I feel like a light bulb that has just been polished off and I feel radiant. And what was interesting is I've listened to this many times and the stillness, every time there's a stillness or a pause in the music, that's not a malfunction. That's the consciousness of the plant making us, I don't know, it's different for each of us. Tell us. One thing it would make us be still, or it'd make us go into our logical mind to say, is something wrong? Is it still playing? Right? When it's so it's like, okay, so it's beautiful and I love it. It always
I'd love to add to that,
does.
Loren.
Please do.
What
Yeah.
you're touching on is a really powerful aspect of energy and light language. And this is what I was told from my teacher is that it is not actually the sounds, it's the spaces in between them where the energy comes in. So those pauses now are actually when all the light codes are, we can receive them in that space between.
We felt that. We felt that. That's good. Excellent. We have a comment. I want to just share a couple of quick comments. Thank you, Carol, for receiving this and sharing your thoughts. I felt the peace and beauty of that, and I felt so calm during. Yes. And so this is just one plant. Can you imagine the forest around us? Right? Okay. But then the direction that you gave it, Alissa, and I've got more plant music I'm going to send your way. I've actually done a symphony, and that gets really spacey. That can get really wild. But I love the rays and the geometries because that has amplified it in a whole new way. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. This is New Earth One happening right in front of everyone. This is the way we do it. And Loren, this could have passed us by, right? It was quiet and gentle. So how we let our psionics lead us to this point here, that gentle feeling, the gentle knowing, the gentle urge, they're so soft and subtle. So it is a truly a beautiful experience just to get to this point. And right, and that's part of what New Earth is about, loving every moment. And as we were listening to that music, I lost time there. I swear
Yeah.
it went from the first minute to and I was kind of just following the guidance, working with Archangel Michael and the beloveds, giving more space to each one's lotus diamond that you're held in to receive this energy right now. And each one of you just received a great upgrading of frequency. And of course, you could come back, listen to this again, and have a different experience. And I would like to add a little bit about one of the tracks that is in the package, the course that is upcoming, because it is the clearing series. And Loren, you said this was a medley of essential oils and a medley of plants.
Right.
And I have to say, out of the 3 tracks that are coming with the course, it is the clearing series, anxiety free theta, an acceptance with the philodendron, and self love with the Christmas cactus. And you'll also receive the money tree as well. Now, these all have such different energies, but they're all supporting our awakening intuitive gifts, and they're all supporting abundance, which is what our gifts are. The golden second ray is the abundance ray, and it's also our consciousness. So it's starting, once we understand our intuitive gifts, our consciousness is abundance, that foundation gives us the ability to create everything we want and anything we want. And the theta, the clearing series, the anxiety free, it's the longest track. It's about an hour and a half. And you can feel the difference of a variety of plants versus one plant. And it's so much fun to feel that. And I just would like to add also, it is the Magdalens and Lord Cthulhu that have really come in to help activate these tracks within the master crystal. And it is because the Magdalens are caretakers of the planet, of all the plants and elements. It is Lord Cthulhu that is a master architect of gardens, and he created paradise gardens on this planet. So they have come in to support me with this work. And as we were doing the track, for the clearing, the anxiety-free plants, the peace plants, as I call them, bringing us into that highest vibration, which is peace, right before enlightenment, the top of the chart, peace. So everything that we want and desire, if we get to peace, we can have it. And it was so beautiful. I could feel it coming in as a beautiful menagerie, a crystal menagerie of many plants coming in for this series. And you will feel that energy. It is so powerful. And I've been listening to it a lot just to prepare for today. And normally, when I would feel um, more energy coming in, more maybe anxiety, we'll say, coming in around performance, I have felt very, very little listening to this track and the energy of the track. Because what is the root of these plants? What is the idea of being free from anxiety? Well, this came in very clearly that it is actually being in alignment with your higher presence. And when you are in complete flow with your higher presence, all of your bodies, your body elemental, then you do not feel the energy of separation. And that's when anxiety comes in. It's only that we feel separation from source. And from this gap, we feel a sense of fear and insecurity. Well, this plant medicine music for clearing anxiety, it doesn't clear anxiety. It aligns us with our higher presence. And then that process clears the anxiety. And I just wanted to share that because I think it is just touching on everything we've talked about.
Thank you. And your intuition and your own psionic guidance is right on. Right on. I want to share. These are the oils, beautiful clearing oils. And the anxiety that you are asking about is ylang ylang, jasmine, and mandarin orange. So we can sense that ylang ylang is the calm, jasmine is the beauty, and the mandarin orange is the refreshing freshness of all of it. So now that we know what that is, and when we listen to that, it's beautiful. That is a clearing in itself. So I just wanted to mention that. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. And that makes a lot of sense now, and especially the juiciness of the mandarin, because there's a real flow with the clearing series track. It feels really easy to listen to. And they're all different. Some of them hit notes of really alchemy, and that can create some of the other emotions coming up. But I have to say, with the clearing one, it just feels like candy almost. And it's like, oh, that makes sense. That beautiful balance of those, and especially the mandarin orange, giving us the river of juiciness to flow down and to bring in our higher presence. It's very exciting, and it's just the beginning, Loren. It's just the beginning.
Yes, it is. We're going to play a lot more with this, so I'm excited to do that. And I just wanted to share that, yes, wow. All right, I just have to, when that plant music with the money tree was made, you're helping me witness in my life what has changed. That was made. Okay, so during the pandemic, my son moved back home from college, and this was his plant. So this was made in the pandemic, 2020, in that summer of 2020. And in that time, almost 5 years, coming up on five, almost 4.5 years since then, wow, I can testify something in my life is completely different, completely different. And we did, my husband and I and my family, we were able to do some great things and change some great things. And you're helping me remember that. So I can say truthfully and honestly and tactically and really logistically, this is real and it's wonderful. And wow, plant music has really helped me. Thank you for helping me remember this. So there'll be more as well, because you're helping me in this collaboration. This is what we do. I think 2025 is going to be another great year of collaboration, even moving further into the second half of the 20s, of the 2020s, right? So I just love it. Thank you. I just have to share that one more time.
Oh, you're so
Thank you.
welcome. Thank you, Loren, and thank you because look at now, we shared this for humanity today in a greater way, right? That's the breadcrumb trail is having the foundation within us, and then that supports everyone. So it took a journey for you to get here before
Yeah.
this track could now be played for us all in this way. And today, everyone that set your personal intentions and set the collective intention for humanity, the earth, and money itself, we're doing big work today together. We will see the results. And it
We
is,
will.
we will.
We will. We will see the results.
That's
We
right.
will see the results. And I just have to say, primarily, I used it to clear out those emotions, right? And so you would think, how can you get essential oil to sing? Like, how does that happen? We did get it to sing. And so I'll just give a quick story on that. A friend of mine who I met swimming with the dolphins was carrying a mother crystal in her hand as we were swimming with the dolphins, and it was amazing. She took the mother crystal and charged the other crystals, baby crystals, from Hot Springs, Arkansas. She lived in Arkansas at the time on that crystal mountain and made essential oils. And every oil bottle has a little crystal in it from swimming with the dolphins. So she was all thrilled by this. And I just out on a whim took the machine, took the cap off, hooked up the machine, stuck it in, and hooked it up. We were jumping for joy when we heard plant music coming from the essential oils. To me, that's a miracle. Now, then the logical mind will say, well, if you put it on your ear and hold it in your hand, can you get it to sing? I've done that once, one time. And it was literally the sound of my heart. I've not been able to get my body to sing with the plant music ever again. But it happened that one time. And so that to me showed the miracle of what's possible. Isn't that interesting? I find it very interesting.
Mm.
And
Well,
more will be revealed, but we already know the science of plants. When you go up to cut a plant, it knows. There's a book on this, The Secret Life of Plants. It knows it's going to be cut. It feels it. If and then there's other thoughts. When you go and urinate on your garden, not saying that I do that, but I've been told when you urinate on your garden, that garden will grow the plants that give you exactly the nutrients that you need in your body. Isn't that amazing? So, as we learn about the plants and we learn about this energy that they're emitting, we now have something that allows us to hear on a visceral level. And that is what makes it so powerful. I love it. Thank you for your work here. Thank you for taking this ball and advancing it like you have. So now we want to know, how do we work with this? You've got something for us. And
mm.
you've mentioned your package. I'm going to put the link in our chat box here for everyone, but go ahead and tell us more about this because it's the music is just one facet of it, but you've got a beautiful course that's included as well.
Oh, and Loren, just you talking about that brings a whole new light to this experience. So these oils that you were just talking about, this is one, they're included in one of the tracks that you'll receive through this package. And how beautiful. And it's the longest track, the clearing series. And to think that that now is encoded with crystals that were working specifically with the dolphins. Oh my goodness. So we're bringing in so many layers there that now oh my goodness, I'm so excited to listen to it again and feel more expansion of galactic dolphin energy. And then working with the master crystals, right? So that's a big part of this, that each one of these tracks is anchored into the Garden of Eden master crystal within the planet, which is holding all the information and energy for plants, gems, minerals, crystals, and animals. And so that how beautiful, how connected it all is, and how that was a necessary part for those oils, connecting them to the crystals and then the dolphins. So this upcoming course will be so amazing. It's a one-time course, just meeting once, which is easy to, and then you'll receive the 3 tracks. So a lot of this work you're going to do on your own, listening to the plant music medicine, and then you'll also have the activated templates. And with this, I have included all the other rays that are coming through for this course. Not all of them are coming through. It's only 6. And it felt like, well, it's okay. I'm just going to do the 6. So you will receive also the templates for those. I've created them in different sizes. And this has become a big part of my practice over these last weeks now. And I have created different sizes you can print out. You could do a big size. This is the resurrection template. It's so beautiful. And this is a big size I like to keep as my mouse pad. I have them in a few different places in protective coverings. So when I'm at my computer, this is my mouse pad, 2 of them. I have them around me and other ways as well. And then the medium size is great if you want to work with it more. And you can write on the back, really set your intentions. The small size, I'm loving the small size because then you can place them into your clothing on your body, place them under your mattress while you're sleeping. And of course, this connects to the feng shui of the home, the Bagua map. So I'm not completely done with this because I'm really making the process. I want to be part of it, but I am putting the colors and the right rays into the certain places in my home to follow the map. And I have to say, where I have put them in the map thus far, I am already seeing the results. So if you don't know about the feng shui Bagua map, look it up and there's a lot of different people have created a lot of different options so that you can work with one that works for your home. So this is another way to work with this, bringing it into the right areas in the home, the colors, the frequencies. So because we want to be the most amazing creators on this planet, in this course, we're going to focus on manifestation technique. And this is inspired by Neville Goddard, who I learned so much from as a teacher. And the principles that he shares are fundamental and easy when it comes to manifesting. We're going to focus on this technique, which is going to then work alongside the plant music medicine with, and I loved how you were talking about the idea of clearing the emotions. And it's important for us to step into the awareness that we're alchemizing. And there's a balance. The clearing is always a clearing, but it is more that energy can never be created nor destroyed. It's only transformed. So when we're really working with our energy, as opposed to wanting to push any energy away, we're really wanting to bring it in and transmute it, alchemicalize it. So to be amazing conscious creators, we need to do our alchemical work in the process. We need to be working through the illusions, the programming, the densities. And they go hand in hand. And the more we step into our creation powers, utilizing our tools, bringing more light in, then old programming will show itself. When we're healthy enough to handle it, old programming that's been hiding will come in. So that process is continuous, the alchemicalizing, the healing. This is what the tracks are going to help you with personally, so you can keep working with these plants on your own time at home. And then the course itself is a mystery school experience. Each one will be held within the ashram. Today, you got to taste it a little bit. We're within this part of the ashram right now. It is a crystal waterfall streaming part of the ashram. The pillar of this course is the white diamond ascension ray. And the beloveds that are supporting us, the overlights, will work intimately with each one before, during, with integration afterwards. So it's a very personal, intimate experience. And there'll be more. That's all I can think of right now. And if you hear the call, the temple is being prepared for you.
Beautiful. Thank you. All right. And so the date for that Consciousness Abundance Stream course is December 5th, coming up here soon. And it will be recorded. So if you're listening to this anytime, that is going to be a recording that you can download. So this is wonderful. And then someone can also work with you on light body flight, right? That's another
Oh,
option.
thank you.
Personal sessions.
Thank you.
Lots
Thank
more,
you for
yeah.
reminding me. And I have just finished the course, Light Body Flight, which is so connected to all this work, partnering with the plant kingdoms, receiving plant-powered activation, talking more about the sacred rays, receiving all of the 7 sacred rays, the templates, and working with them, alchemizing whatever you need to in your life. So that is a lovely course that you can receive the recordings for. And then also, I have a one-on-one package called Light Body Flight. If you are wanting one-on-one support for working with the rays, with the plants, that package is also available. And I love working one-on-one with people as well. Thank you, Loren. Yeah, for reminding me. Thank you.
Yes, it's wonderful to work with you one-on-one because you can go so deep and it can get personal. And that is a very safe and sacred space that you hold for people. Can you share like some of the themes or the topics that you work with and special sessions, private sessions with people?
Yes. And it's always about the fundamental pillars of our health, our love relationships, our wealth, and our light, and really keeping that as the cup. So when we focus on those 4 areas, and this is what I always like to kind of hold people within. So we'll talk about personal relationship. You can come with your intentions for a partnership that you're wanting to advance that you're in, or perhaps you're wanting to heal or calling in a new partnership. And of course, everything is connected. So the idea of wealth and abundance is the idea of your health as well and your love relationships. So we'll talk about your health also, which is connected to your light body ascension. And when we go into a temple space experience, it is a mystery school experience every time I meet one-on-one with someone. So I never know what's going to happen. And I'm always so excited. I just hold that space. And because I can really at this point now go into surrender mode, whatever comes in is perfect. Whatever messages that your higher self is wanting, they will be shown to me. The guides will give me the downloads, They'll give me images, they'll give me messages, and it will happen organically so that always the person I'm working with is in charge, their higher presence. So that's a little bit of what it's like when we come together.
Yes, it's totally unique and fresh for each person, and it's really comfortable. Thank you, thank you, thank you for doing that. And also, I do want to say you can search New Earth One Network and you can purchase the Sacred Sexuality course. There's a couple sacred sexuality courses from Alissa. Go to New Earth One and search in the search bar, Alissa Jane, and you'll find that course as well. I highly recommend that. Again, that was a very sacred space as well, and it's for men and women, and a beautiful homecoming to ourselves and another birthright that we have and a creation that we have. So I just want to plug you for that, Alissa, because that was a beautiful time that we shared, and the lessons that come through that is absolutely a mystery school from the Magdalene transcripts. So it's very well done as well. So thank you for that. Yes. And I see a question here. Lanaya, what a beautiful name, Lanaya. Are we using the tracks like we use the solfeggio frequencies to heal? That's a good question. The solfeggio frequencies are just tones, dee, right? Where the plant music is a little different. So, how do you answer this question, Alissa?
I think they are one and the same. And then the plant music medicine is the unique signature blueprint coming through in tones and songs. So it is the codes, these frequencies, the solfeggio, the very healing, high vibrational frequencies. And they're coming through whether or not your device can transmit them. Because that, right, that's, we're touching on two different things because that those frequencies, there's the technology around and we don't always have the technology to play them properly, but they are coming through these plant music medicine tracks. And just like we touched on before, that the energy is often coming through in the silence moments between them. Thank you for asking this question. So I would say they're one and the same, but the plant is giving us its unique song. What do you think, Loren, to that?
Absolutely, absolutely. The plant is giving its unique song. I love how, when we heard that activation today, all of a sudden it would go wee really high. And that right there is something that just elates us and lifts us. Or likewise, when it goes down low, I mean, every time I hear those ranges, something happens in my body. I can feel it. And so we can feel the emotions in our body when we listen to this music. The plants are absolutely guiding us in that way, expanding us where we need to expand, catching us off guard because there's no melody that we've ever heard. And the rhythm is its own rhythm, which I find just so fascinating. And so when it's really plant music, live plant music, sometimes it'll just be quiet. We were in Mount Shasta together and the plants would sing. Sometimes they get really excited. Or if you leave the room, they'll stop singing. Like, is anyone okay? But we know that there's energy always coming from the plants. It's just very interesting to interact with it this way. So the recordings of the plant music are timeless, and they have, like you said, it's quantum and it changes when we listen to it. Every time we listen to it, we come back and experience something new and unique. That is healing in its own. And again, I just want to say the intention that we put with it. So the money tree, the name of that right there is the intention. But then once we add our intentions like we did today with where we want to be in a month, in 3 weeks, in a year, wow, pay attention to that. I actually say, do yourself a favor, write it down and put today's date in your journal and go back and see. Because as I witnessed, as I went back and said, oh, when did I record that? Okay. And I started recording seriously in 2014, 10 years ago. Wow. And so you have rekindled this drive within me to take it even further. And there's so much more we can do with it. So thank you. We invite everyone to download these programs, put them to use in your life, work with the courses, get a personal session with Alissa Jane, and notice how you are more at home within your being and more expressive with your creative faculties. Thank you, Alissa. As we say goodbye, I want to give you a moment for final thoughts and reflections.
Each one of you listening is so powerful. And the planet needs you to be in your full flow, in your full light. It is needed. Breathe into that and trust you are being supported. There's so many guides and angels around each one of you, helping you, loving you, honoring you. You are not alone. And we do it together. We journey together, family. I love you all.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Alissa Jane, for your frequency today. The world has shifted. We have shifted. And you are so true. This love and this light is so needed on our planet at this time. We will bring it forward, game on in all ways, always. Thank you, beloved hearts, for watching and receiving this and sharing this with the world. We are so grateful for you. Alissa Jane, I am so grateful for you in this experience today and the way that you have advanced the plant music. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. Bye. Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. This has been a presentation of New Earth One Network, your home for New Earth living. Access information, education, and videos on living from the heart in unity consciousness. Visit newearth1.com.